After the merge that has happened to the server of the game, we have something unexpected, and that is Summer arrived 3 months earlier than expected. Like, it's actually 3 months earlier than expected. We skip straight through a Vitae and we get straight to the Summer unit. And a Vitae is a very, very OP unit, but I guess it's saving her for later then. But instead, we skip a lot of unit just to be able to do the Summer unit right now, so unexpected still. But before everything starts, I want to say one thing. I do like that they make the character pair with each other. I like it when both of the characters on the banner actually have synergized with each other. With the form of like Dark Knight, Dark Priestess, and now with the Rondo and Eltrix combo, is like very much more like willing to prefer both of them when they have synergized with each other very much. So I really like this pairing up combo where both units are versatile with each other. And second, this is the first time where a summer unit two summer units are extremely stronger than the usual summer unit counterpart. In the past, I know that Fiora EX was really good for time, and we had Lynette EX that was decent, and then Sakurai make her even more powerful. But these two by themselves are very, very powerful unit that is on par with even the standard anniversary unit. First is Rondo EX, which is an ice support. Tiziano case where he is so good at ice support, he supports the entire damage team too. As in, Tiziano is so good for physical, he supports the entire physical. No, for dagger that he supports the entire physical team. Rondo is so good for ice that he supports the entire magic archetype. First is his passive, his basic passive, where his attack is ice, and also at the start of battle he grants 3 tons of Icy Wave to everyone. Icy Wave is a buff that is sharing for both Eltrix and Rondo EX, similar to how in the past we have the legend mechanic for the Dragon Quest III character. For this case, Icy Wave grant Ice character 150k damage cap, which means that if you are not doing ice damage, this passive just exists. First passive, Raging Waves. Allied with Barrier gain 100% potency up. Ice attack only. So for ice, this is extremely strong, okay? And like I'm glad they limit it now, or else it would be very OP. Imagine just having 100% potency up, turn 1 at the start of battle, just by having a barrier. And having a barrier isn't hard. We have many accessories in Cascade Log that can give out barrier at the start of battle. So this is like a very, very strong effect. But it's only ice only, so only Eltrix EX and Casti EX can take effect of it mostly. Also Viola EX, but she does so much damage already, so. Whenever any ally hit weakness, okay, like Meteor doesn't even require hitting stat, just hitting weakness. So whenever they hit weakness, that ally, so this calculate using that ally stat, they will do a 2x ice implant for ice. And on top of that, if they have Icy Waves, they will also do a 1-hit AoE ice. An Icy Wave, a while ago I say that it does have no effect for ice attack. That part is still true. However, Icy Wave is still valuable for non-ice DPS character, mainly because of this passive. It's to trigger the FUA part here. And note that this FUA is calculated off the DPS stat, which means that if you have extremely high potency up on your main DPS character, this passive will also have the extremely high potency up too. And if you have extremely high buffing magic buff and ice damage buff, or just like general damage buff, all of that would benefit from this potency up too. So it's like the media thing again. Buffers who give FUA the scale of the DPS stat are extremely good, and Rondo are no exception. He is really good. And his Torchpoint passive is just, it's mostly for ice. It's gain 1.6 crit multiplier for ice, which is really strong. This is like a very strong turn 1 at start of battle, by the way. You want to like just rush through it for like daily content, like daily cascade farming, or just like any like casual content. You have the 100% potency up for ice. You have the 1.6 crit for ice. Rondo himself can do a lot of damage, but by pairing him with someone like Eltrix, Rondo, Viola, they will do so much ice damage on turn 1, you will just like brute force through the entire battle without breaking the enemy. And last, his ultimate Straight Aerial. It's a priority that goes first, inflict debuff 15% and magic defense and ice rest down, and also he's serving, like he's on the surfboard, he ride a wave and he crashes into the enemy. It's kind of fun animation, honestly. This is mostly, it has a weakness, is that this is a DPS skill, so it doesn't charge as quickly as a port skill, and it can't be used as a free ult combined with other character in the background. So I'm sad that this is a DPS ult because it can't just like combine like free action with another character, but it's still a very strong ult because its ultimate magic defense down, so. And even for non-ice team, like for ice team, this is very strong because this debuff both the thing that ice need the most through ultimate debuff. For non-ice team, you are still benefiting from this through his FUA because his FUA is still ice damage. So it doesn't matter if your team doesn't do ice damage, even you do like fire, light, or dark, you're still gonna hit a lot with this ice FUA that Rondo give you. As for priority, go for AU first. Rondo isn't really a strong DPS himself, so A1 is not really worth it. So if you have like an extra duel with Rondo, then go for AU. It's not a must-have because doing one turn break setup anyway, one ult is enough. However, like if you foresee that the fight go on longer, then the second ult is fine too, but it's not a must-have. But if you are getting a dupe of him, go for AU first. Now for his main skill, Rogue Waves is his TP skill, 300 SP, very expensive. Make sure you bring Shana, or else you're only gonna be using the skill twice per battle. It's a priority that inflict anti-crit debuff or critical scope on the enemy for 4 turns, and then he do a third single ice. The potency is very high, so this is just straight up a 2-turn nuke, but you use this for the anti-crit debuff for Magic Team. Crushing Riptide is a 3-hit AoE ice that also give front row 50% ice damage up, and also 50% magic up. I would say though, in non-ice team, you can substitute the skill with other skill. There's a skill that like do a 5-hit ice that also grant everyone barrier, which is like very good. So the skill is like really good in ice team, but like if your team is not ice and like rainbow team instead, then you can substitute the skill with other useful skill. And lastly, Icy Torrent is just a mini version of Signa EX. For ice team though, specifically running with Eltrix, Casti, or Viola, this is very useful because you don't need Signa in this team because he can give weakness export to your other character, and having like 5 extra weakness covering a lot of the time. Sometimes you will need Signa sometime though, but this is good enough. Now this skill recommendation is mostly for ice team only. For non-ice team, I would say bring his torch point battle skill, bring his 5-hit that grant barrier to everyone, and bring his 6-hit ice with shield shaving. Honestly, Rondo isn't really that much time in the front row. Like he spends time in the front row, he casts his EX skill, he casts his ultimate, and they just stay in the back and then just like let the FUA in the front take care of the enemy. So he doesn't really necessarily need a lot of skill, so don't worry too much about it. And speaking of his EX skill, Roaring Wave is his EX skill. A condition is turn 3 onwards, so it's pretty easy to cast. Maybe on turn 2 use his ultimate, and turn 3 you just like activate this. Or turn 3 you can use his EX skill to charge his ult, and then in turn 4 you can activate the ult depending on your break rotation. Anyway, it's grant everyone 1000 damage cap up. Note one thing, okay? This grant everyone 1000 damage cap up, not exclusive to ice. This is to everyone. This EX skill just straight up grant everyone 100k damage up, which is extremely good because damage up is a big problem sometimes. Because even in like Rainbow team or like Ice team, damage cap hitting is very easy, even when you have like someone like Suck or Asphalt having like multiple hit to their attack. So this is extremely useful. Also grant them Icy Wave too, which again give 150k to ice only, and also beneficial for the FUA. Overall, Rondo get 9 out of 10. He is meta and he is very strong for magic. He's not 10 out of 10 mainly because he's not a must-have, I think. 10 out of 10 are like must-have character, and he's not a must-have. Rainbow team would be fine, but the fact that he's a scholar works so well in Rainbow team to make him another like good pull for him. He's like, I would say he's not like a mandatory must-have like Adonic EX in the future, but if you have the rubies, you should get him. He will be beneficial to your ice team, for your Rainbow team, and any magic team you would use just because of how good his ice FUA is. And next is Eltrix EX, which is a quick story. Last year in JP, I pulled for Eltrix EX. I got 7 Eltrix EX and 0 Rondo EX, so I end up having an A6 Eltrix without having any Rondo EX. I do get him eventually though, but that's like the very end of the banner. And now this time in Global, I'm so used to the A6 Eltrix I got in JP that I went to A4 Eltrix again. And the result was I spent 300 pulls, and I got A3 Eltrix and I got 0 Rondo. However, to exchange it ended up being an A4 Eltrix and an A0 Rondo, which is in the end, on both servers, one thing remained consistent. I can never naturally pull Rondo EX on this banner. Anyway, Eltrix EX is an ice DPS that works extremely well with Rondo EX. This is why I like the combo synergy between both characters, similar to how Dark Knight and Dark Priestess work together. The fact that they combo together so well make it so satisfying when you actually play them both together. For passive, basic attack is Ice that also hit Bow, and she also at the start of battle gained 100% HP barrier, and also Fatediosa. Fatediosa is, well, it grants a lot of stuff to other stuff that she has, but for its effect only, if you have barrier, Eltrix can now hit Sword, Axe, and Bow, so... Fatediosa is the main buff that Eltrix needed to do most of her damage. If you have no Fatediosa, you would lose like half of your damage potential, so please make sure that you always have at least some form of barrier on Eltrix. Even if it's just like one barrier, like 1 HP barrier, make sure to always have at least some form of barrier in Eltrix, okay? First passive, Lower Dignity. Whenever she has Fatediosa, 1.5 barrier gain and also potency up. The barrier gain means that whenever Eltrix reapply barrier to herself or to Rondo EX or to any other character that gives potency, it's more potent, so you have easier time to keep up the barrier. And the second effect, remember Rondo give 100% potency up for ice attack just by having a barrier. Do you see where the connection between both characters lies now? Eltrix give barrier at the start of battle, Rondo give barrier allies 100% ice potency up, and Eltrix, as long as she has a barrier, she has a 1.5 effect on potency gain, which means that yes, at the start of battle with Rondo and Eltrix on the very turn 1 just by existing, Eltrix starting out with a very big barrier and also 150% potency up. And hence I shall nickname her the Queen of Brute Forcing because it won't work for harder content. However, if it's like easy level to mediocre level, as in like daily play to like not that hard EX3 fight or just like mid-level Cascade Lock, Eltrix will just obliterate the enemy with the power of her turret AoE nuke and this 150% potency up that she gets from Rondo. Second passive, if Eltrix is at max HP, then she will get 30% magic up and also damage cap based on the barrier value you currently have. What this means is that the more damage cap she has, the more barrier she has, the more damage cap she has. And it's also kind of a weakness. Her damage cap is too dependent on her barrier value, which means that she would naturally getting hit because she has such a high HP and the enemy is hard hitting, which means that she will not deal as much damage. You can mitigate this by having a dodge cape, but that's wasting an accessory slot, or just not worry too much about it. Don't rely on this as your main way of damage, like damage cap gain, as in that don't try to keep too high of a barrier so that she can deal more damage. So just don't worry too much about the second part of the damage cap passive, okay? Because Eltrix will naturally getting hit and she will not gain that much damage cap from it. And Torchpoint passive, if Eltrix has barrier, she will gain 20% magic up, 50% cap for magic passive, 50% damage reduction, and 50% SP cost down. All of this is useful even to the damage reduction because as we do the damage, she will lose from the barrier, which is synergized with the other passive. And do note one thing, notice the pattern with all her 3 passive minus her basic passive. They all require Eltrix to have barrier or at 4 HP, so make sure Eltrix will always have a barrier, okay? Or else all these passive will not activate at all. And lastly, for ultimate, the Banner of Grand Port, it's a self buff up 30% magic up and also 100% ice potency up. There's a problem with this skill though is that Rondo already give ice potency up. Yes, this ultimate give the potency up, but like if you have Rondo already, the second part of it is kind of just not working at all. So this ultimate would have been stronger if the second part of the passive was like either ice damage up or damage cap up, but it's not. So the second part of the passive might as well not be working at all because you were always gonna run Eltrix with Rondo anyway. So as for her awakening priority, it's not really worth to go for a dupe of her, so don't try to AU her. One usage is good enough. However, you get extra copy of Eltrix, then do go for AU first. Although, if I were to a bit biased about this, please don't take this as advice because this is just me from my experience and it's absolutely not worth it to spend the rubies for it. Do try to get her A4 because most of her awakening is useful. A1 grant her more status of DPS, A3 grant her 1000% HP up, which means more barrier, which means more damage cap, and A4 is an accessory that gives you 8 dodge to both physical and magical. and also a lot of HP, so even more damage for Eltrix. Although again, please don't try to do this unless you have a lot of spare rubies. I do it because I had got A6 Eltrix and I want her again A4 in global, but overall it's better to spend that rubies on something else like other future stronger unit like the FF6 collab or the Adane Richard EX in the future. Now for our main skill, Lunar Wave is a 3-hit ice that also hits sword. Also it has 50,000 damage cap up and also 1.5 power up if you have a Dediosa. So this is her main DPS skill. There is also a 6-hit bow, but it has lower potency, but it has a higher hit count by 2 than this one, so you can swap between this or the 6-hit bow. But overall, I still think this is better though, because the 6-hit bow kind of hard to maneuver because it's a random 6-hit instead. Vortex Arrow is her secondary form of area attack when you don't want to just absolutely nuke the enemy. It's a forward bow that also grants everyone barrier conveniently, which means that she will grant herself some barrier again, so she will always have some form of barrier to maintain to keep her passive going. But by itself the potency isn't high, but it's still shield shaving and barrier, so it's more of a support skill. And last, her main signature skill, Ola Brilliant, I think that's how you pronounce it. 1-hit AoE sword, also grant yourself a 100% HP barrier, so might as well her entire HP barrier back, very strong for generating barrier. Also, your Dediosa is a 2-hit. Now, what notable about the skill is that the skill costs 500 SP and it costs 900 potency. So let's do some quick calculation. It's 2 times 900 with the 150 potency of that Rondo gift to Eltrix is 2 times 250, which combined together everything, Eltrix is doing 4500 potency of power on turn 1. Yes, most of it's gonna be wasted because of damage cap and everything, but it deals so much damage. Eltrix is gonna hit cap twice, even when the enemy has no debuff at all. That's how strong the skill is. As a benchmark of how strong the skill is, last year I did a showcase where I only used 3 units on my team. First is like Cannonball level 120, the 3 NPC, and Eltrix absolutely obliterate brute forcing through them. It's surprisingly how much damage this does, and all you need is just like Shana for the Undying and like the SP so that she can keep spamming this nuke. It's extremely like fun how much you can brute force with this, honestly. And last is her ES skill. She gained 1 burst point back and she also gained 200% HP barrier as when you boost max, and also she will do a forward AoE ice. Now you have 5 usage of this, which is a lot, and this is if you're ever running out barrier, you can either 1, use one of the main skill, 2, use Rondo, or 3, use this. She has a lot of way to keep a barrier, so you don't have to worry about too much about losing barrier, okay? Because you can always have an easier way, like having an easy way to reapply it. Overall review, she is 8 out of 10. The problem with Eltrix is that she absolutely demolished the lower to mid game content like I said with her 2-hit AoE nuke. However, at the high level, that's not good enough to brute force through the fight, and she does not have a strong multi-hit either. So like when you get into like the higher level of EX3 fight, right? Like with Kagamune or Aoi, right? And you want to set up a proper break rotation, her 6-hit isn't doing enough damage to like compared to any other normal DPS. Suck deal like so many, and then like even Dark Knight deal 15. She only has 6 at most, so that is the biggest weakness. She is not good at high level content. However, despite that, she is still a very fun unit to use, can brute force through some of the Cascade log, and even though she doesn't deal as much damage in higher form of endgame content, she's still decent there, so it's not bad either. And finally, pulling verdict for this summer unit, for this summer ban at this time, both are worth pulling for. Rondo mainly because that he works so well in Ice Team, and yet he also works really well in Rainbow Team. And Eltrix is that she is a good Ice DPS that can brute force through easier to mediocre level of game content, and also pair very well with Rondo EX. However, I will explain 2 variation scenario though. First scenario, if you got Eltrix early, I would still recommend keep going to get Rondo EX because Eltrix without Rondo is like kinda without Tiziano. So make sure to get Rondo. Second scenario, you got Rondo early. If you do not care about Ice Team at all, then you can also stop there. Eltrix is fun, but she's not a must-have. And if you only care for like getting Rondo for Rainbow Team, then that's still good enough for you to stop there. So overall, this is a good banner. whether you want to just get a piece of Exodia for your Rainbow team, or you want to just have a new fun nice team to use with, this is a really good banner to pull on. In the future, I would like it more if like they create more dual banner unit where they both synergize with each other extremely well like this. It was fun the first time when it happened with Dark Knight Dark Priestess, and it's now also fun when it happened again with Rondo and Eltrix.